Hello everyone and welcome to Seasonal Watch. Today we're watching Owl's Paradise. Episode 12. Yeah, we're getting close to the end. Only one more episode to go next week. So with that, the new season's gonna be starting soon and we're gonna be picking which shows to watch. I'm gonna go in blindly, so I have no idea if my picks are good or bad. But for you guys to help me out, just join the Discord. There's a channel where we discuss which shows we're going to be reacting next season, and you can have a say in it so that we can decide. Because who knows how good they're going to be. But back to this show. So last episode, what did we have? We had Shobei and his brother, Homa, I think it was the name, fighting that priest. Do not recall what the priests are called, but Shobei ended up surviving that, and he was harnessing the Tau energy. It seems like when the plant was trying to suck the energy out of him, because he got out, he ended up gaining energy instead. And because he's so good at adaptations, he was learning to harness it, and then fighting that guy that was using it, he was learning by example in a way. And at the end, he was able to have charge of Tau around his fists. So he is learning how to use Tau. Meanwhile, we had Yatora. Don't remember the dragon sword name, and Gabimaru trying to learn Tau from Mei, as she's trying to explain to them, but she hasn't really got a grasp of words, so it's just Tau, strong, weak, you, strong, like, so they're trying to understand it, but the Daimon got a better grasp of it, that it was a mix of both strong and weak, that it's a balance of everything. Some can even say the middle Sagri had that experience before. Leon seems to have a good grasp of that, as his way to see things with his blindness seems very similar to it. So in a way, he's teaching Nurugai this kind of sense. So everyone's starting to learn about Tau. However, Hoko, Yuzuriha, Bagiri, and Santa reached the temple where one of the Tensen was there, and he popped Hoko's head off. Because he's a tree person, like, I don't really know if that killed him, or if it was just a surprise element to it. So we're gonna see. Hopefully he's not dead, but yeah, I probably shouldn't count on him being alive, you know? And here's see if the others are gonna group up or anything, or if Gabimaru and the others are gonna find them. As a reminder, this is a time reaction, which means you sync up your own version with mine as we watch together. I'll try to add some scenes here and there, but don't expect too much. That being said, let's get started. 3, 2, 1, go. So we have the Mappa intro. I guess we're just gonna jump straight into the opening like most of the other times. So there have been a few cases where we had something before the opening. Is this one of those cases? It is. Just because I was saying we're gonna jump to the opening, huh? Yeah, there goes Hoko's head. Does seem like he's dead. And I don't think we've seen this one before. Yeah, she thought the danger was running. Oh yeah, the Tensen. Like, oh, okay, so Hoko is still alive. Juju. I'm just gonna call him Juju. But yeah, I was noticing that I was just quiet watching that scene unfold as Juju was holding Yuzuriha and Sagiri was trying to fight back. But even she could tell how strong he is, and there was fear in her voice. But good to see that Hoko's still alive, considering he answered who that is. Yeah, that's weird stuff. That's little Gabimaru and little Sagiri. Hey, new guy. And there's that guy, Juju. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Oh, it accelerated. So it's still bad for him. He was saying that he was losing consciousness kind of thing. Wait, even Juju is false? Okay, I get the life stuff, but research materials. Oh my god. What a gush. What? Yeah, the those are the ones tossed into that hole. Eternal life and youth. And many different names for it.
タンは僕らには不可欠だけど、ただの人間が飲んでも受化するだけ。宝庫や花人間は不死に近いけど、不老じゃないし。そういうのを
Because they turn into trees and stuff.
完成はまだ先かな。どちらにしろ、ご期待の代物はこの島のどこにもない。
戦薬がない。
Wow. Needing her the most? Oh, because yeah, she's thinking of Gabimaru's situation. Okay. Yeah, she's worried about him because he doesn't want to see his wife. And without this substitution, classic ninja stuff, you know? But we know they can revive, and it's not their head, as Chobei figured it out. No. She's still in shock.
さっきは助けてくれてありがとう。私逃げたのに。戦薬のことショックだった？わかる。でもね、最優先は目先の命。命さえありゃ。
Here's that even though she was running in the beginning, she's still like trying to get Sagiri into that consciousness so they can all run. Yeah. Okay, the way he heals is different. She is a kunoichi. Oh, key. But she can't see it. Huh, I see. Oh, look at Senta. Rank 5.
他の2人も素質はありそうだけど、その程度なら別にいいや。忍びの君、タオの扱い方を僕が教えよう。才能があれば防虫術か、良質な単になれ。いきなり本命引いちゃいましたね。
Yeah, I remember the Bochijutsu. And then he wants to increase her potential so she can turn her into the ton, the energy. Like turning her into a whole. Yeah, those airwave kind of style of attacks. Distance strike. They're trying, but yeah, that's not gonna do much though. Oh, she's using her technique. That secretion thing. Slimes. Metabolize it. So, snake poison. Okay, that was pretty cool, but I think that's the half you needed to
君の
kill.
それ、やっぱりタオの応用だね。毒液を代謝してる時点で常人じゃないし。でも、ただ曖昧に扱ってるだけ。もっと練り方を学んだ方がいい。
Yeah, the way he regenerates is a bit different from the other one. Like, they all do a little different. Okay, the fact of the lack of eyeballs is very creepy. Like N. There, he has eyes now. Ooh. Okay, that shot. I mean, do you really think they would know, considering they did not even know those stuff was a lie? For me. Any idea? Really? It was Tao. Or Ki, as she puts it. An ordinary amount. An intentionalist path. How confronted. Yeah, I wasn't so sure. I guess the only ones that have a chance so far are Chobei and Gabimaru. They're the same. Oh. Okay.
なんだ今のは。タオの大きさは精神に左右されるが、瞬間的に発揮するタイプか。
Huh, interesting. Oh, she was able to make a wound that he can't regenerate when she increased her power potential. Okay. Ah, the giant, and she did cut. Oh, maybe unintentionally or by instinct.
サギリンは呼吸法で一時的にタオを高め
Breathing techniques. Is this Demon Slayer now?
テンセンが再生できない理由
Yeah, she's
ここは私に任せてください。
researching this
珍しい
by watching.
しかも僕にとっては毒か
Isn't she?
最高だどんな作品になるだろうそれとも僕を殺してくれるかな
Yeah, he's just instant transforming them into tons. Can they do something? Because so far, Sagadi had the best chance. Okay, did not expect the vanishing. Like, he has the speed. Ah, that's why he was saying that. Both he's still inactive. And then Santa's gonna... What? Oh! His... Yeah, his coat. That... Okay, sorry, Santa. But yeah, he chopped off his hand to regenerate it that was not tied up. They're slowly chopping him down to slow down his movements.
甘いな
I don't know how he can do that.
砲術土のエロい
Earth Yanks.
大気中のタオに干渉し操れば宙に足場も作れる
Sure.
まあ
Why not?
確かに
仕組みを知らぬ者からすれば
Yeah, and now change to a woman. Not really sure why they changed in the middle of battle, but... And... Santa, you're the one most trouble here. But yeah, she's exhausting. Like, she's... Yeah, like life force kind of thing that she's using. Mm-hmm. Because it's getting hit by the slashes from the others, but it's always dodging when she's doing the breathing, because we saw that one earlier. I mean, yeah, I was gonna say, it's rather, instead of optimistic, just the only way they can live. Oh, she's just tanking it.
死ぬよ
降りてこいよ神木
Wanna be God.
私の人生を邪魔する
Yeah, she stood there to tank it, to be able to still hold on into that lime rope thing. And back to being a man. See, I don't really get why they switch the gender. Santa's planning to sacrifice himself. Did they do it? Uh, yeah, I was about to say two.
宝子さん
Okay, did they
ジュカは
actually kill it?
まだ大
I'm
丈
still
夫
worried
みたいだ。
because you know with their regeneration and stuff, you can never tell.
6人もいるなんて。
謎の妖術タオ宝子さんから聞いていた以上に人知を超えた力だった
Now, is
この
her
異能
ability
は何天性
like
様
poison to
本当に
this one specific or all of them? Huh. That's surprisingly easily of being very optimistic here. Special feelings, you say? Envy. Wait. Now we're learning more about Senta.
僕は画家になりたかったんです。でも、我が家では代々男子は山田家の門下に入るのがしきたり、逆らうことは許されなかった。
He wanted to become an artist, but he had to become
お試しも嫌いでした。
sword
人を
tester.
殺すのが大嫌いだった。
Because he studied finding other ways, he ended up become acknowledged as a sword tester. Simon. And she was able to read him. He lies to himself while she lies to others.
自由で眩しくて、
Yeah,
目が
that's
詰まるほど羨
quite
まし
a
いんだ。
interesting way
技
to
術で
see.
磨かれたんでしょう。罪人に憧れるなんて浅いもん失格ですね。
I mean, we have a couple cases of that.
少しだけ
Yeah, she also has some admiration
本
for
当に少しです
Gabimaro.
がお気持ちはわかります
There's Noodle Guy that Tenso was trying to save as well. See, there are multiple cases like this. Yeah, not mastered yet. Yeah. Save him twice. Yeah.
詐欺の調書には、
この者心ない人間に
Oh, and he read the records on Gabimaro.
ある人物に関わることにしか現れない
それ以外には非常とあったが、随分とまあ、印象が違う
Yeah, basically when
その甘さが、このお役目においてどうなるか。
basically it was when it comes to his wife, he had the soft side. Somebody exhausted a lot of energy. That's what I'm worried about. And Santa gonna protect her. This quick showcase of his story, basically.
不謹慎で、残酷で、 罪深い人殺しの業。そんな僕の常識をすべて吹き飛ばした強い風。近づけない。近づかなくていい。
You don't need.
ただ傍らでずっと見ていられたら。
Oh, the little is getting buried in those flowers. Just like that, he's gone. And now that one's going to that monster form. Oh, now it's two bodies uniting.
Yuzuriha.
And then the two heads again.
今からもう一度こんな怪物と戦うの？無理でしょ。もう。
Oh. Shion. Okay. Did not expect Shion to show up. Oh, okay, it's over. Is Nurugai with him? Because Nurugai was learning from him. But, okay, so we lost Santa, but Shion showed up at the end to save them, because they were just in disbelief, accepting death, basically. But yeah, I knew not to trust that Juju or whatever he's called, or whatever that one's called, to be dead. Like, it was too good to be true. And the one that Kavimaro fought had that monster form. And this one hadn't even entered that form yet. Now it is. When that happened to Gabimaro was just trashed around and was gonna be killed if it wasn't for May. So, yeah, they're in a pickle. Now, I did say that, wait, I'll just wait for the discussion because it's almost there. Because now we're having Gabimaru's wife's spirit showing up there. And that's it. That's the episode. Okay, so what I was gonna say was the fact that Santa was clearly the weak link in that trio. Because he was helping. Like, don't get me wrong, he was being helpful there because he is a good fighter. It's just this is a completely different stage with the use of Tao. It seemed like Yuzuriha had some use of Tao because in her village it was called Ki, and they use that for their jutsus and stuff. So she has some level of Tao, not strong, but some use of Tao. And Sagiri had that powerful technique with the breathing and the metal that she was actually able to damage them. So she was the most threatening one, give the blow, but she needed that moment to prepare and everything to do the attack. So she needed support to help her actually deal damage. That's where the other two came in. But Santa was just playing thing, but wasn't able to do much. So changing him for Shion, like, seems to make the team stronger, which they are gonna need if they're gonna fight that monster form. I don't know if Nurugai is with him or not, but Nurugai was learning a little of what that thing that's similar to Tao, so maybe, because they're gonna need all the help they can get. Now, I was talking badly about Santa, but I want to talk more about him because he always wanted to become an artist and stuff. but his family is very strict. The guys have to become sword testers and everything, so he was forced into that swordsmanship, which is ironically opposite of Sagiri, that he was looked down on for being a woman sword tester. Stuff. Like, he wanted to follow her father's footsteps, but because she was a woman, she had to face all these troubles. Meanwhile, Santa did not want to become a sword tester, but was forced into it because he was a guy. And he did not like the job, did not like killing, just wanted to study and become an artist and everything. And ironically, all that studying actually improved him, improved his rank as a Saiyamon. And at some point, he just stopped caring. And I really liked the way he put it. Like, he lies to himself, while Yuzuriha lies to all others but herself. She's true to herself. So he envies her freedom and everything, because he's tied down by his family duties. And at the end, he was able to do something for her when that monster thing was reviving and attacking. He protected her, and we got a quick glimpse of this whole story, that he was into art but then had to become a sword tester, and he just didn't care about it. And then Yuzuriha just came in, just wrecking everything, not really caring about stuff, just enjoying herself. And he was able to go to the sidelines and do what he wanted to do. He didn't need to be the swordsman. Just got stuck in that story as he was dying. So it's a shame. At least if Agri can get acknowledged as a Saiyamon sword tester, swordsman, or whatever, swordswoman, or whatever, kind of it's a way to also help out Santa's idea, because it doesn't need to be a guy to be that. So hopefully at least that for him.
幼い頃、僕は画家になりたかったんです。でも、我が家では代々男子は山田家の門下に入るのがしきたり、人を殺すのが大嫌いだった。やがて諦め、心を閉ざし、ただ役目に従うようになって。自分に嘘をつき続けてきた僕には、他人にしか嘘をつかない彼女の姿が自由で眩しくて、まああの自由さが羨ましいとは思います。僕には縁遠いものだから近づけない、近づかなくていい。ただ傍らでずっと見ていられたら。
Speaking of Sagiri, there is that correlation between Sagiri and Santa, because Santa was admiring one of the criminals, as he had everything he wanted, basically, that freedom, being true to themselves and everything. And I should be ashamed as an Saiyamon, but Sagiri can understand that, because he also has some admiration for Gabimaru. We have seen that throughout the first couple of episodes even. And this episode, when she discovered that the elixir was a lie, that it did not exist, she went to a panic state because she thought, what's gonna happen to Gabimaru? He can't be pardoned if he doesn't have the elixir. If he can't be pardoned, he won't be able to go back to his wife. So yeah, she's very much worried and cares about Gabimaru. So she understands those feelings that Santa has.
罪人に憧れるなんて浅いもん失格ですね。
少しだけ。本当に少しですが、お気持ちはわかります。あなたは性に執着している。いえ、妻を愛している。私に必要だったのは、殺しを恐れぬ強さではなく、その恐れを殺した命を背負う覚悟だったのだろうか。即刻処刑すべき。なのにためらう自分がいる。生まれ育った環境が誤解させるだけで何も感じぬガランドではない。情を持った人間だった。戦薬がない。じゃあ彼はどうなるの。戦薬がないとご免状も手に入らない。
And her breathing technique and that whole metal path kind of stuff, able to increase her Tao energy to be able to cut the Tensen and give a non-regenerative wound to them. So, as he put it, it's like poison to him. Now, I'm curious if that's him in specific or all these Tao users. Because basically she can reach a peak of Tao energy, and during that peak, she can cut through all their defenses. I believe that's what this means here. But the problem is that she needs to prepare for that peak. And that also takes a lot out of her, as we saw. She was even noticed that it was not stamina, it was taking something else in, which I feel like is life energy. So she has to use it sparingly. Though now she doesn't really have a choice, as they were fighting that monster.
タオ、心強い、弱い。
生と動、陰と陽。
怒りと平静の中間、あるいは両立。仏教的に言えば中道。
男だ女だ、強さだ弱さだと二つに分けず、相反するものもそのまま自分と受け入れる。まさに中道。それがお主の信念。
二つに分けず、相反するものもそのまま受け入れる。彼に近づいた時、独特な気配を感じました。あれがタオであるなら、私はその切り方を知っています。ガビマルにも同じ気配を感じる時があるから。あるいは備前の大だらぼっち六郎太にも。静かに、激しく。やはり同じでしたか。
ゆずりはさん。
分かってる。あの傷再生してない。
珍しい類のタオ。しかも僕にとっては毒か。
I guess the only other one we can talk about here is Yuzuriha. Like, she has some talent with Tao because apparently in her village they use something similar that they call Ki. It's not the first time we see something outside of this island that correlates to Tao. As Shion's story of seeing waves and everything, the energy because of his blindness, the description and everything was very similar to the descriptions of Tao. So maybe that's the way he learned it, and it's the same thing as Tao. So they're naming different meanings to it, but they all have the same finality. And she has some talent with it, but as Juju put it, she doesn't have a lot of energy. Like, she can manipulate it, but she doesn't have a lot of it. So he wanted to get her on his side so he can increase her energy with that Bochi Jutsu, which We know what that's about from last episode when they talked about that with May. And then he would dispose of her to have that energy sucked out by the ton energy sucked out. And also another part that talk about her is when she saw the Tensen and saw how strong they are, like she could sense it, she immediately ran for the hills by herself. She got caught, and then Psyche tried to help her. So after cutting the Tensen, she went to run, but this time she like trying to snap Psyche out of it, like, wake up, we are running. And even tell, come on, Santa, you too. So after that moment, she had a united situation with them. And they were even like having to fight together. This time it wasn't with like the giant that she was just, no, I'm just gonna stand back. If things get bad, I can just run away. No. This is a life or death situation where either you kill them or you die. There's no running away here. As they learned. And so they had to work together. And the way she could see through Santa really showed like her techniques and everything as a kunoichi, which finally we're getting to see more of that. Even the secretion that she can ingest medicines and poison, and she can secrete that from her skin. So she can manipulate that somehow. So it was like snake poison secretion, snake saliva or something like that she was secreting. Yeah.
あんた本当はこの役目もお家のこともどうでもいいって口でしょ。いや隠してもわかるよ、たぬきくん。
自分に嘘をつき続けてきた僕には他人にしか嘘をつかない彼女の姿が自由で眩しくて。
絶対違う。やばい。彼女が逃げたのもわかる。明らかに今までの化け物よりも強い。彼女を離しなさい。
先どんな化け物でもこれだけやれば死ぬでしょ。今のうちに離れよ。さあギリ。でもね、最優先は目先の命。切り替えて。今走る。センタも早く。
はい。
というより君タオが見えてるだろう。
タオって単語は初耳だけどね。私の古巣じゃ切って言ってたし。飲んだ薬物を体内で代謝して分泌する私の忍術。これは妖怪性の蛇毒。
君のそれやっぱりタオの応用だね。でもただ曖昧に扱ってるだけ。もっと練り方を学んだ方がいい。忍びの君、タオの扱い方を僕が教えよう。才能があれば防虫術か良質な単になれ。
So yeah, we have this group now of Yuzuriha, Sagiri, and Shion, possibly Nurugai. We have Gabimaru, Mei, the Dragon Story guy that I forgot his name, Yatora maybe, and the Sayamon. That they are trying to learn more about where's this stuff going on, but at the same time they don't want to force Mei to do it because they know how cruel her past been related to that. And Gabimaru is being very kind with her that she saved him twice. First time she used the barrier to protect him, and the second because he was able to learn how from her to be able to win that fight. And the guy was even pointing out, like, okay, from Sagiri's records, he is very soft when it comes to his wife, a certain person. Other than that, he's ruthless, but he's starting to change as he came to this island. He's not being so cold-hearted, actually having more of a heart. He's growing in this island. And that has its strengths and weakness. Hopefully, the weakness is not going to come back to bite him. That's what the guy was pointing out. And we also have Chobei and Toma all the way in the back doing something now that Chobei has learned to use Tao. And I think that's all we got. I don't think there's anyone else left. I mean, there's the Tensen and stuff, but yeah, they have been here doing experiments and using these peoples for them. So they consider themselves non-human anymore after everything they've done. Which makes sense. Especially, like, they can change genders, regenerate, and all that stuff. And the monster form, so yeah. They're not human anymore. But what did they do to themselves to reach that point? Because the story about the hermit is not actually true. So I'm curious to see how this all came to be, and wonder if we'll ever learn that. But anyways, that's all for this episode, and see you next time. Bye!